Let's make the mother of all scrap bowls.
Hit it! That's what I'm talking about.
Wait!
Okay, now, from the beginning.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Wolf Ridge Woodworking. We've got a very exciting project today. At least I'm very excited. So I've been keeping all of my scraps and I've been trying to figure out what to do, and I think I've come up with what I think is a pretty good idea. I hope you agree. So I've got a bunch of scraps here. I've got some from a cutting board that I made earlier, which has got some Purple Heart, some cherry, maple, a padauk, and same thing here. We've got another cutting board that we had used, some maple and walnut. We've got some mesquite. We've got some more maple. We got padauk. So we've got a little bit of hodgepodge of everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this material to make a mold. It's just corrugated plastic that I got at the big box store. And I'm gonna make a mold big enough to put this in. And I'm not going to glue everything down, with the exception of I may put some super glue and activator just to lock everything in place, so that I just have to put one weight in the center to keep the wood from floating. If it floats, I'm not going to use that much resin. But anyway, so we're going to make a mold with that, and then we're going to glue this up, cut it round, and mount it to the lathe. But before we get to today's project and actually doing the work, I've got a few stickers, and I've got some products that I got in the mail. And full disclosure, they did send these to me to try them out. So I'm going to give you my honest opinion. And it's Axe. You might have seen a couple of other turners using this. It's Axe polishing and restoring paste and an abrasive paste. So I'm going to give that a go. So I did get a sticker board up. You can see here the lower part of it. I'm going to put a big logo of mine up there, and we'll figure out camera angles later. But anyway, so I've got a few stickers, and I'll put links to their, whether it's an Instagram, YouTube, or whatever it is, I'll put down in the description. So again, from Axe, I got one of their stickers. Thank you. I got a sticker from Doug over at Pole Barn. He's got some really, really nice videos. I recommend you going over to his channel and checking him out. He's got a lot of really, really cool videos. So anyway, and then everybody knows Carl Jacobson. I had the pleasure of meeting Carl at a woodcraft event earlier this year, and he gave me one of his stickers, and I signed his trailer, so that was a really cool experience. And then I got a dovetail jig from Jonathan Cass Moses, and I got one of his stickers in the mail when I got that. And then Terry from Wood and Metal Shop. He's got a really interesting YouTube channel. Recommend, again, you go in to check him out. So I'm gonna put those up on the stickers in a minute, but we're gonna get started doing this, and just by super gluing it, making the mold. Did I mention at the beginning that this is going to be an experiment? Because I am not sure how this is going to turn out, but we're going to give it a good old college effort. So everything's glued up. I just checked, and this won't fit in the pressure pot. And hopefully I've got enough room for the epoxy to, penetrate and get down into some of the grooves. It may wind up coming apart on the lathe, but you know what? You only know once you try, right? So don't want it to be too big, but let's see. So we're just going to mark this up. Let's get us a Sharpie, and we're going to glue it, mark it up, and then cut it out and glue up the sides. And we're going to mix up a little resin and some aluma dust. And we're going to go with black. I don't want it to be, well, I want it to be between black and gray, but closer to black, I guess. So let's start by resetting our scale. I am probably going to try 12 ounces of resin, see how far that gets me, and I may have to go and do a little bit more. It's the next morning, by the way, good morning, and it's rock solid. I think I'm going to be challenged getting this out of here. I'm not sure if that's typical. Maybe you can drop a comment down below. But let's tear into this. Let's see if we can get into it. It's coming, but it's difficult. So I'm gonna go struggle with this. Trust me, you don't want to see me struggle with this. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, that took more than a couple of minutes, I won't lie. But I did get it off. It was tough. There's still little pieces stuck to it, but that's okay. So what I've done is I used these pliers to get some leverage. So I've marked the center, and now I'm just going to drill a 1/4 inch hole and take it over to the bandsaw on the circle cutting jig. So it's mounted to the lathe, and if you see here, it did get the epoxy to penetrate in, so I'm very happy about that. So there's like really nice black lines going through this. So that tells me after getting it cut that it did penetrate, and we should be good to go. So now that we got the sanding sealer on there, we're going to apply the Axe abrasive paste. And just going to take a little bit and wipe it in. And then we'll turn the lathe on, stay, and let the lathe work it in. Very, very smooth finish. That is an excellent finish. And you know, it's already, you know, with that, it's got a really nice finish. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to now apply the polish on top of that. And this is food safe. And after you put the polish on there, you know, you could leave it at that. But if you want to, you can apply a finish on top of this. So let's see what it looks like first, and then I may wind up putting on a friction polish on top of it, but let's see. Let's see what it looks like. Oh, that's a nice, really nice finish. I don't think I need any finish after that. I think that looks really nice. It's very smooth. It's got a really nice look to it. And I tell you, this, I believe this is mesquite right here. I don't know if you can see it there, but maybe when I do some some pictures at the end, you'll see it. The beautiful, beautiful grain, and the way that the resin filled in the cracks within it, it makes it look really nice. I like also, and I know I'm talking a lot, but I like also the way the resin got down in and filled in all the pieces of wood. So that makes it a very, very nice look, in my opinion. So let's get this flipped around. Let's stop talking. Let's get to turning. I gotta say, that was fun. It was, I've never turned resin before outside of a pen, so there was resin floating everywhere, and there was a mess, as you'll see here, where there was just shavings everywhere, resin flying everywhere. I don't know if you could see that in the video, but I think it turned out really nicely. I'll put some stills so you can see it. Like I said earlier, that mesquite and the way that the resin went through there, definitely gonna have to get some of that Star Bond, because I think it would have helped out a lot in filling in some of the voids with that. But anyway, so the other thing is I want to talk about is the Axe abrasive paste and the polish. They did a really, really fine job. And you know, I was going to think about maybe putting some friction polish on it, and you can do that after that. But you know, I really like the finish that it left. You know, and it's to each their own, whatever you want to do. But I think this was a nice polish. So anyway, I think the bowl turned out really nice. I'll put links for these down in the description, and you know, if you want to try it out, I recommend it. The polish is, like I said, it is food safe. It's mineral oil, beeswax, and carnauba wax, so all food safe products. If you like this video and you want to see others like it, click right here. If you're not a subscriber and you'd like to become one, click up here, become a subscriber, click the bell, be notified when I upload videos. And as always, thank you and have a blessed day.